Have you ever walked through your kitchen and wondered how that humble bag of brown sugar became the secret weapon in your favorite recipes? Well, what if I told you it's not just sugar, it's a carefully orchestrated dance of nature and science that transforms ordinary sweetness into culinary gold? Today we're going to pull back the curtain on one of baking's best kept secrets, Domino's brown sugar. Get ready to discover how cutting-edge technology and centuries-old traditions come together to create the perfect grain of sweetness that makes your cookies irresistible and your glazes unforgettable.
From the Domino Sugar Bowl Kitchen come wonderful recipes that are full of goodness, full of energy. Yes, pure sugar is pure energy. And when it's Domino, you're sure it's pure. Look, Domino sugar cookies. They're fun to make, plain or fancy. Full of goodness, full of energy, because they're made with Domino pure cane granulated sugar.
Before we journey into the cane fields, let's take a moment to appreciate how this iconic brand became a household name. It all began in 1799 when William Havemeyer, a London-trained baker, opened a small sugar refinery in New York City. His sons expanded the business, and by 1859, their dedication to quality made Havemeyer's and Elder one of America's largest sugar refiners. But the name Domino didn't appear until 1901. Well, why Domino? Well, the company needed a memorable brand for their innovative new product, granulated sugar packaged in small, convenient tablets. These uniform white squares reminded someone of Domino's, and the name stuck. Soon, the distinctive Domino logo appeared on every package, becoming a symbol of consistency and quality in American kitchens. Today, more than 2 centuries after the first refinery opened its doors, Domino continues to innovate while honoring its legacy of excellence. That same commitment to quality that began in New York City now guides every step of their brown sugar production. Like all sugar, brown sugar starts its journey in the fields. But this isn't just any farming story. This is where nature's sweet alchemy begins. Cane sugar is the raw material, grown in tropical climates where sunlight and water work their magic. Once harvested, these towering stalks are shipped to refineries. These fields are nature's sweet factory, powered by the perfect combination of sunlight, warm temperatures, and abundant rainfall. Every stalk is a reservoir of sweetness, just waiting to be unlocked. Sugarcane is a pretty fascinating plant. It grows quickly, reaching impressive heights in a matter of months. Farmers tend to their fields with care, knowing that the quality of their cane directly affects the sugar it'll produce. When harvest season rolls around, it's an impressive sight. Large machines cut the stalks, bundling them up for transport, while in some regions, skilled workers use machetes to harvest the cane by hand, a time-honored tradition. Once harvested, the cane needs to move quickly. Why? Because the natural sugars within begin to degrade soon after cutting. It's a race against time as the freshly cut stalks are loaded onto trucks and sent to the refinery. This is where raw nature meets industrial precision. At the refinery, the first step is to unlock the sweetness hidden inside those thick stalks. The cane is fed into giant crushing machines that extract the juice, a golden, syrupy liquid that smells as sweet as it sounds. But this juice isn't ready for your kitchen just yet. It contains impurities like fiber, minerals, and plant residues that need to be removed. This is where purification comes in. The juice is heated and mixed with lime to help separate the impurities, which rise to the surface or sink to the bottom, leaving behind a clearer liquid. Next, this purified juice is boiled to evaporate water and concentrate the sugar content. As the liquid thickens, sugar crystals begin to form, a process that feels almost magical. These crystals, still coated in a dark syrup, are what we call raw sugar. It's coarse and brown, far from the pristine white sugar that you're familiar with. To achieve that, the crystals undergo further refining. They're spun in centrifuges to remove the syrup, then washed and dried until they're pure white. This is the sugar that you see in most kitchens and cafes. But for Domino's brown sugar, the journey doesn't stop there. This is where the molasses magic begins. You see, molasses is a byproduct of the earlier refining stages, a thick, dark syrup that's rich in flavor. Instead of discarding it, Domino's adds just the right amount back into their white sugar. This carefully controlled process gives the brown sugar its distinct moist texture, deep caramel color, and that warm, slightly earthy sweetness that we all love. It's a perfect blend of natural ingredients and precise engineering. From field to refinery, every step in the process builds toward the final product. Brown sugar that's as versatile as it is flavorful, ready to enhance everything from cookies to savory glazes. Now let's talk about molasses, the secret ingredient that makes brown sugar so special. If brown sugar had a personality, molasses would be its soul. Thick, dark, and syrupy molasses is what's left behind when sugarcane juice is boiled and the sugar crystals are extracted. It's a byproduct, sure, but calling it leftover doesn't do it justice. This rich syrup is packed with minerals like calcium, iron, and magnesium, and its flavor is a bold mix of sweet and slightly bitter, with a hint of smokiness. It's what gives brown sugar its depth and complexity. Molasses isn't a one-size-fits-all ingredient, though. Depending on how long it's boiled and how much sugar is extracted, it can vary in flavor, color, and sweetness. Domino's knows this, and they're meticulous about the type of molasses they use. It has to complement their cane sugar perfectly. Too much molasses, and the sugar becomes overpowering. Too little, and you lose that signature brown sugar taste and texture. This is where modern technology comes in. At Domino's factories, high-tech sensors and mixing machines ensure that every batch of brown sugar has the perfect molasses-to-sugar ratio. The molasses is evenly distributed, coating each sugar crystal to achieve that moist, packable texture that you love. It's a delicate balance, but when done right, it transforms ordinary white sugar into a versatile kitchen staple. Whether you're baking cookies or making a savory glaze, the molasses-infused brown sugar brings a warmth and richness that white sugar simply can't match. Step into a Domino's factory, and you're about to witness something extraordinary. The hum of machinery. That's not just noise. It's the symphony of precision that creates perfect brown sugar every single time. The process may sound straightforward, just mix molasses with refined white sugar, but in reality, it's a delicate dance. First, the white sugar, already refined to pure sweetness, is carefully measured. Next comes the molasses, thick and dark, carefully selected for its flavor and mineral content. The factory uses precise technology to measure and dispense the exact amount of molasses needed for each batch, ensuring consistent flavor and texture. Once the molasses is added, powerful mixers take over. They blend the two ingredients until every crystal of sugar is coated in molasses, creating that rich, moist texture that sets brown sugar apart. Quality checks happen at every stage. Advanced sensors ensure the mixture meets strict standards for moisture and consistency, while taste testers give the final seal of approval. And the result? A product that combines the warmth of tradition with the reliability of modern engineering. It's brown sugar at its best, ready to add depth and sweetness to your favorite recipes. The first ingredient is, of course, granulated white sugar. Domino's only uses the purest sugar crystals, produced through a meticulous refining process. These crystals are poured into large industrial mixers. Now comes the star of the show, molasses. At this stage, controlled amounts of molasses are added to the sugar. Now you might imagine a few workers with ladles stirring it all together, but the reality is far more sophisticated. Massive mixing drums spin at high speeds to ensure even distribution. Sensors monitor the mixture's moisture levels and color to ensure that each batch meets the exacting standards that Domino's is known for. If you've ever noticed how perfectly moist and clump-free your brown sugar is, well, it's thanks to this step. One of the challenges with brown sugar is getting the moisture content just right. Too little and the sugar gets dry and crumbly. Too much and it turns into a sticky mess. Domino's factories are equipped with humidity-controlled environments that maintain the perfect balance. Advanced moisture sensors ensure that the sugar retains its softness while preventing it from hardening over time. This is why, even after weeks in your pantry, Domino's brown sugar stays easy to scoop and pack. Now, every batch of Domino's brown sugar undergoes rigorous quality control. Samples are pulled at different stages and tested for texture, color, and flavor. Factory technicians use specialized equipment to measure the sugar's grain size and molasses coating. These tests ensure that each batch delivers the same rich, caramel-like sweetness that you expect. And it's not just about taste. Appearance matters too. Consumers rely on that signature golden brown hue. Whether they're sprinkling it over oatmeal or whipping it into cookie dough, Domino's ensures that their product looks as good as it tastes. Once the sugar meets Domino's high standards, it's time for packaging. The factory's automated systems fill and seal each bag with precision. From small household packs to industrial-sized bags for bakeries, every package is labeled and weighed with care. But before those bags hit store shelves, there's one final step: storage. Now, brown sugar is sensitive to humidity, so it's stored in climate-controlled warehouses until it's ready to ship. Brown sugar is more than just sugar with a twist. It's a game changer in the kitchen. Its rich molasses-infused flavor adds a depth that white sugar simply can't match. Whether you're baking, cooking, or even mixing up a cocktail, brown sugar brings a unique sweetness and complexity that elevates your dish to a new level. Imagine biting into a warm, chewy oatmeal cookie with that hint of caramelized sweetness, or savoring a tender barbecue rib glazed to perfection. That's the power of brown sugar at work. Its slightly moist texture helps retain moisture in baked goods, giving them a soft, tender crumb. Meanwhile, its robust flavor balances savory dishes, adding a subtle, smoky sweetness to sauces, marinades, and even roasted vegetables. By the time Domino's brown sugar lands in your kitchen, it's undergone a meticulous process, blending nature's sweetness with modern precision. From the lush cane fields to state-of-the-art refineries, every step ensures that the final product is moist, rich, and perfectly packable. Open a bag, and you're greeted with a warm, caramel-like aroma and a texture that's soft yet sturdy. Whether you're crafting decadent desserts, enhancing your morning coffee, or balancing savory dishes, Domino's brown sugar is your trusted companion. It's more than an ingredient, it's a versatile staple that transforms everyday recipes into extraordinary culinary experiences. So the next time you scoop out a cup of brown sugar, take a moment to appreciate the journey behind it. From the sunlit fields of sugarcane to the cutting-edge factories, every grain tells a story of precision, tradition, and care. Domino's brown sugar, it's not just a pantry staple, it's the result of a process designed to deliver perfect sweetness to your kitchen. And now that you know its story, why not put it to the test? Whip up your favorite cookies, cakes, or sauces and taste the difference for yourself. Transform your recipes and experience the magic of brown sugar today. If you enjoyed this video, hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories of your favorite kitchen staples. And share your thoughts or favorite recipes using brown sugar in the comments below. Stay tuned for more sweet content, and we'll see you in the next video.